G'day guys, welcome to Scotch Down Under. I'm Ken.
I'm sweating.
Damn, I was going to say that.
We're all
I
sweating.
really fucked up and actually said Scott. Sweating.
Sweating.
Well, it could be worse. I could have gone with it. I'm a sweaty ball.
We're keeping that. Yes, we are sweating a lot, and what did you say? Sweaty ball. All right, sweaty ball. We're gonna have some Glenmorangie Malaga Cask. So once again, we're going to visit one of the expressions from the great folk at Glenmorangie.
Glenmorangie.
Yeah, there, that one. Glenmorangie. So this is the Malaga cask, and it is first fill Malaga, the Dulce wine, and it is bottled on 8th of the 2020. Small batch release. It is non-chill filtered and 47.3% ABV.
Lovely.
Lovely. Some of their expressions are chill filtered. Like the normal 10 is chill filtered, but a lot of their others aren't chill filtered. And they usually state it when they're not. But there are some of their ones that they do chill filter. So, Malaga. Know much about that?
Isn't it a suburban pass?
Yeah. But in this case, it's a... I know it's a fortified wine, but I don't really know much more than that.
Yeah, it's a region in Spain, and it is a fortified wine done with Pedro Menez and Moscatel grapes.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it should have some nice fruit notes and a bit of sweetness, maybe some other stuff.
Yes.
Sun-dried grapes.
Yep. So, bottle.
It's a bottle.
Not much to say other than it's a pretty bog standard typical shape.
Glenmorangie.
But they have gone with a nice looking purple on there, and they've got the signet on there, and other than that, that's about it.
Did this one come in a box or a tube, or
No,
was it just like that?
Didn't. This came as it is.
That's a bit odd. They
Yeah.
usually
I know.
all exclusively come in a box. I think you got gypped.
Well, this came from the Whisky Club, and they bought up the whole Australian allocation. They bought the lot.
Holy shit, that's fucking unfair.
Well, there wasn't that many bottles, but there is quite a few members in Australia with the Whisky Club, so they went, okay, there's an allocation, we'll have that, thank you. So I have no idea whether it was actually meant to be a box with this or not.
So super, super limited.
Yes.
There's a little bit of ABV on the nose.
Yes.
But then,
Not much.
then it's just like honey.
Oh, I wouldn't say honey.
And spice.
Honey and spice and everything.
There's
nice.
definitely a sweetness there. I mean, there is that sort of the Jimenez element.
My brain kind of says, because it's a little bit more syrupy, kind of, not molassesy, but kind of maple syrupy.
Treacle.
But with I wouldn't actually go that far, because it's not really that earthy. It's somewhere in between.
Toffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, we use that one too much, don't we?
Yeah.
Caramel. Use that one.
Golden syrup. Now that is quite a pleasant nose.
Yeah, What?
I stopped myself from going.
Yeah, I know.
I grew it myself. You can literally see me go.
I was immediately waiting for it.
He stopped himself, but then he said it anyway.
Yeah.
It's been a few episodes.
It's been a little while, I suppose.
There is.
Yes, there is your Pedro Menez coming through.
Yeah, there's like the not really grapey,
But the darkish fruits. Yeah.
yes. Defense against the darkish fruits.
Darkish fruits, a little bit of cinnamon, dark chocolate, like
Maybe
ground cacao.
Is there like a smidgen of nutmeg?
Yeah, that's why I was
picking
getting the
up?
cinnamon kind of thing.
That's why I just went with spices.
0.1% clove.
Yep. At room temperature at 15% humidity.
Yeah. 15%. It's about 3,000%.
Here it is.
I don't know if I could actually deal with having that refined a nose and palate.
Yeah, no, give me
Nah,
everything.
And everything would drive you up the wall. I think I'd just wear a peg all day.
I like that factor of like when there is something a little different in there about trying to figure out what it is.
But imagine
Like I think it was when we did the hibiki. I was just it's one of those weird sort of
it does have a weird nose.
Asian tropical fruits. It's not a typical fruit note that you can sort of nail onto something else unless you eat a lot of those fruits, and then you would know.
We shall drink.
We shall drink.
But we shall taste. ABV warmth on the tip of the tongue straight away, and then it just sort of rolls across, and it's beautifully soft and sweet, and still that subtle spice.
I love the finish on this.
Beautifully soft.
Yeah, it's very soft, but you get that Pedro Menez cask come through, and then after you swallow it, yeah, like you say, you get that little bit of AB sits on the roof of the mouth, and then that Moscatel cask comes through. Sits in like a little bit of a spike, and then it drops off, and then it's just a little bit of sweetness left over.
That ABV for me is sitting like near the back of my throat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, out the back.
Yeah. But like, yeah, it is. You don't get that hit when you swallow it. You don't get it when you just hold it in your mouth of ABV. It is just super smooth, but it's quite flavoursome.
Yeah.
Flavoursome?
Yeah, flavoursome. That
That
is
is
a
a
word.
word.
No,
Yeah.
I know, but I feel like that's the wrong word because my brain says that's more about soup.
Well, this is whiskey soup.
Barley soup.
Yeah.
Malted soup. But
A
it
little
is-
more light of wood on the nose now that I had that first taste.
I was just going to say, like, giving it a taste and then going in for a nose again helps open up everything.
Yeah.
Well, you've got your
Taste buds have been adapted.
olfactory
Yep.
senses is more soaked in the smell.
You're just full of big words tonight, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Rolling that one around on the tongue and really moving it around in the mouth, it's just sweet. But nothing sickly. It's that wonderful soft fruit sweetness.
Yeah, I can't really pin it down. Like, it's not...
And like you said, it's not really honey, it's something a little richer.
But I wouldn't classify it as anything like syrups or anything like that.
No.
It's not really a toffee because toffee's more like the burnt end of
Yeah.
honey and
This is more that sweetness sensation as
it's like
some,
refined.
That sort of creamed honey.
or the sweetness you get from like when you're a kid when you get those flowers and you suck on the nectar. It's that
Oh, the
kind of
honeydews. Or
like a
whatever.
honeydew or other ones you used to do it with.
Honeydew's
Yeah.
a melon, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
like those little red
Honeys.
flowers. And they've got
Uh-huh,
the, yeah.
uh-huh,
I
those.
think that's purely an Australian thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Might even just be WA.
But it reminds me of that sweetness, not the flavour, the sweetness.
Yeah.
I
you-
like this.
Little red
Oh, yeah.
flowers, and you pick
I
it.
like
It's
this.
full of nectar. It's so good. Maybe
Oh, yeah,
that's
this
what
is
it
good.
is. It's nectar sweetness.
Nectar, yeah, it's nectar.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like this.
I do
It's
too.
not bad.
It's going back pretty damn easy.
Oh yeah.
Especially because, like, I always find drinking whiskey in this sort of humidity a bit difficult, and especially when the whiskey's a little bit warm as well, just from purely the fact that we don't live in fridges.
Yes.
Yeah.
But,
At this point in time, I must say, wouldn't it be nice if we did?
oh, yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Oh.
With a little bit of water, it just kind of softened off that ABV.
Mm-hmm.
Knocked the spice off a tiny bit too.
Mm-hmm.
But apart from that, hasn't really changed much else. The sweetness is a little bit more defined.
The
Get a
mouthful is
little,
more.
little bit more of that pepperiness.
Mouthful is a bit more richer. It's more rounded, and it's definitely more honey than a nectar on the actual on the palate. And then when you swallow it, you get a little bit of pepper on the end of the tongue. It just hangs around, but,
But
that lovely sweetness just keeps going through.
See, for me, that sharp, peppery, spicy note sort of hits pretty quick and then sort of floats up across the roof of the mouth and then just dissipates and the sweetness comes up off the tongue.
Okay.
And it's just like, ooh, yeah.
But I love the different layers of the woods that you get in this. You can just imagine a wood shop with all different types of wood that they're working with, and I get it's like in here.
With water, it's good.
Yeah, it's a lot more rounded and creamy, and a little bit more sweeter overall.
Yeah, there's definitely more creaminess that comes through.
Yeah. So, knowing that you can't buy it, if you could, how much would you pay for it?
I think their usual limited blends and stuff usually come out between the $120, $150 mark, don't they?
Around that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
I'd
going to
say
say probably
130.
130, 140.
Yeah, you're pretty much on the money. It was $125 and then the usual bit of shipping.
Oh, yeah. So,
Yeah.
130.
About 130-ish.
Fucking nailed it.
I mean, let's face it, that's not overly expensive for a
No.
12-year-old cask finish
No.
No.
and limited release.
Yeah,
Yep.
and it's something a bit different, something easy to drink. It's really, really enjoyable. Because
Stuff
unlike
to deal with this
quite a
one.
few things in that price range, it's actually kind of worth the money.
Yeah. Any Glenmorangie around that price, I'm definitely going to give it a punt. Like the Taylor cake was quite a bit more expensive, but
Because it's nothing amazing, but it does do good enough for that price point.
Yeah.
yeah. Yep.
There's a richness in this.
There is.
It's just a little bit different to everything else I've tried, which I feel like that's why.
Yep.
Because I find with a lot of limited releases that come out, there's always someone trying to mimic someone and someone this, and so they're all just slight variations on everything. But this just seems to be, like, granted, it's very close to a lot of other stuff they do, but it drinks so much differently to all of it. Like, it's a unique take on it. I quite like it.
I like that woody, nectar, stringent, peppery note, yeah.
That's what these guys do well, is that variance in their cask finishes. There's, I mean, like the tail of cake and the nectar d'or, they're similar but still very different.
Yeah.
Well, they wouldn't be anywhere near as popular if they weren't this good at it.
Yeah.
Like, everyone would just say, just pop out. Same old shit, blah, 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 fuck off Diageo.
So, out of 10.
Well, it was good, but I'm not entirely blown away by it. It's super drinkable, but so maybe 8.5.
Fair enough.
I'll go an 875 because the solid price point, like reasonable value price point on it for a cask finish 12-year-old.
It could be very good on a very cold day because of how smoothly it goes down, and you get that tiny little bit of heat too.
That little pepper, yeah. Well, you stole my number because I was going to go 8 3/4 as well.
No one said you can't.
I don't know, but you said it before me, so you stole it.
It says
So
right
go-
there in the
so
buy
go an
rules.
8.76 then.
Fine, I'll go 8.76 then. So there you go. There's one of the infamous releases for the Glenmorangie with their awesome finishes from everything under the sun. So the Glenmorangie Malaga cask is not bad if you can find it or know somebody who's got some.
Yeah.
Grab
I
some.
mean, I can continue to use the statement that I've always used in describing these guys, and in that, never had anything from them that I haven't liked.
Wait
No.
till you try the bacon cask.
Bacon.
I'm sorry, bacon and whiskey. I love it.
And on that note, have a good one.
Do you think it's ever obvious that we have no idea what the fuck we're doing half the time?
We never know what we're talking about.
But if you did have a palate like that, imagine if you were stuck in a car with someone and they fucking shit themselves. And you're just like, 3% corn,
Some nuts.
hazelnut if I'm not mistaken,
You had a steak 2 days ago.
Yeah.
and in dire need of a colon cleanse.
Shit. Oh,